Okay, so we need to do some replanting. We've got our squash and they're still in their small containers. You can see some of the roots coming out there, but these are getting long and leggy instead of nice and full and strong. So we definitely want to up pot those, as well as our cherry tomatoes. You see how long they're getting. We will bury them up almost to that green. And then we've got some other tomatoes, the big boys. They all need to be in bigger pots as well. So this is a pot of, I'm not sure what, I see one little thing coming out there, but it's not worth staying. So I'm going to dump it just so I can have the dirt. And then I am going to sacrifice a few things here. These cantaloupes, right, isn't that what that is? Yeah. They're not doing great. They're not gonna make it. So let's get rid of some of them. That's all of these. They're in pitiful shape, bless them. Look at it. That's not gonna make it. I've got a couple of cantaloupe plants down there that do look decent that I'll keep and try. I mean, look at that. And obviously the soil is wet. It's dripping. So it's not that it's dry, which is what it looks like. It looks like it's been dried up. So anyway, I need these pots, these bigger pots, so I'm going to use them, sacrifice those, and use those for these plants that are doing some good jobs growing here. I do have one little pot of zucchini that these right here, they were pretty small the last time we did, so I'm going to put them in something a little bit bigger. And I think I see some, maybe, yeah, right there's a set of green leaves coming up. You know, we planted some more of the zucchini seeds in here. I'm surprised we don't have any more than that coming up, but we'll leave them alone and let them do, and then we'll repot some of these other things up. So I'm going to take these out because I'll probably just write on the back. I can't write on the bottoms of them because they've been in that wet soil. So I'll just take those out and reuse those. So I'm just going to write on the back of those, I need some zucchini and I need some squash labels. So of course, obviously this won't be enough as it is, but I've got a few other labels that I can work on. So let's give these a try. I've already got some good dirt in there. I'm gonna mix some of this up. I actually had already fixed these, so I can do some maybe with those. The thing is, the tomato plants and the zucchini and squash really need some room for those roots to really grow. So I'd rather use the tall plants, the tall pots instead of these pots, but I'm running out of those. So we'll see how far they go, and we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna pull these out. Look, they didn't even pull the roots out with them. Bless them. Okay. And I'm gonna get that broken up and ready to accept some more new plants there. Maybe cantaloupe is one of those things that really wants to be put in the ground and left alone and not moved around. Maybe that was part of the problem. I don't know. But it sure didn't like this. It looked great before I did this. That one actually looks decent. Nope. It hurts me to pull these out, but that's what I'm gonna do because I really need these pots. Because I can make some other things, really do some serious growing in these bigger, taller pots here. All right, let's see about moving some. This is the squash. All right, so let's dig these out. Nice root system on there. So I'm gonna kind of dig this down here, and I'm gonna plant this down a little bit lower so that stalk right there's got some nice support, and it will also grow some extra roots all the way up through there. So that part will be really, really good. Oh yeah, nice root system, but in desperate need of some more room to grow. I'm gonna pull these apart, but I'm gonna put both of them in the same one. I believe they'll be fine. So what we're working on first here are cherry tomatoes. So we will work on them. I'm gonna put that right there. My little some pretty good roots, and like I said, I'm gonna bury these down really low. Like I mentioned before, all the little hairs on their legs will grow some more roots. So. Okay, so here I've got everything in some type of pot, or almost everything in some type of pot that will at least hold a little bit of water. Look, y'all, I have a whole nother thing of cherry tomatoes that I forgot to up pot. I'll have to get some more pots and do that at a later time. But I was able to get all of these in here. So I'm going to do a little bit of watering, and I want y'all to look at the size of this limb, the size of this leaf. Isn't that beautiful? That big old zucchini. Here's another one. Look how big they are. And I think my zinnias have grown just since yesterday. It's amazing, so cool. All right, I'm gonna water these in and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got everything watered in. I did add just a smidgen of the Quick Start Miracle Grow, this one, that help them root in better and a little bit stronger. So I did just put just a smidgen of that in there. I have turned the fan off and I'm going to leave it off so that the things that I've just transplanted into new pots has a chance to kind of get those roots in place and get themselves situated. I did water from the top on all of those just to settle the dirt around those roots and help them out just a little bit. So I need to find me some more large pots and come up and pot these up. I'll do that tomorrow. So everything is doing very well. I'm very pleased with it, except for my cantaloupes. I've got a couple of them that's gonna go, but otherwise, and that's okay. Wow, y'all, look at the change. Look how much these have grown just overnight. Look at that one. I know one of those I had put in kind of tall, but check those out. Look at the cantaloupe, how much difference that is. The tomatoes back there. Look at the zucchini. It's doing fantastic. Check out these tomatoes. And check out these zucchini. These were the ones that were in their original pack until yesterday, and boy, they have just taken off. I'm gonna turn them around so they can go back that direction towards the light there. This is looking really good. I'm pleased, very pleased. Everything looks kind of dry, which is good, but all the soil looks good and moist, so I'm gonna leave it and let it be, and then we'll come back up tomorrow and see what's next.